Hello, my name is Felix and today I want to present our field robot for high throughput and high resolution 3D plant phenotyping. So what is field phenotyping? We have here an example crop plot of soybean plants in the field, and phenotyping means the trait extraction, for example biomass, leaf area, leaf inclination and many more parameters that are relevant in crop sciences and agriculture. So the aim is to derive those parameters at a high phenotypic throughput, and we want to derive those parameters on a fine scale, so for single plants and even plant organs. And this leads to the idea, why not using 3D crop reconstructions and use these models to derive those traits of interest. And for these models we have large requirements, so we need a high resolution, we need a high precision, but also a high completion of those models. And therefore our main contribution of our work is the field robot itself and the sensor system. So we have multiple cameras on board and laser scanners to create those crop models. And the second contribution is also the evaluation of the precision and the completeness of those reconstructions. So this is our field phenotyping robot. We have here dimensions of about 2 meters in all dimensions, and we have 4 electric wheels for the autonomous driving, and we have a U-shaped enclosure for the sensor mounting and also for shielding the sensors from environmental influences. And for the sensor data recording, we have multiple computers storing the images and the laser data and also the data coming from the georeferencing unit. The georeferencing system consists of RTK GPS, so we have on board 2 antennas, the front and the back antenna, giving us a position and heading information, and we're also using here the IMU for the relative change of the pose. Why is the pose crucial? So we need it for the autonomous navigation, but also for the kinematic laser scanning, for the reconstruction. And we decided to use a factor graph approach, and we implemented this using this GGSAM library. And this gives us a precise global estimate for the robot poses. The laser scanning system consists of 2 industrial-grade laser scanners. They have a really small field of view of about 70 degrees, and they are looking from the left and right side onto the crops. They have a really high rate, so each has a rate of 200 Hz, and they are also very precise at a repeatability of 12 micrometers. When we want to reconstruct our crops using the laser data, we have to transform each laser frame on the right-hand side into the global frame on the left-hand side to reconstruct, to build up our point clouds. So we have to think about the poses, so the trajectory of our system, which comes out of the factor graph, and we have to think about a system calibration, so the relative transformation between the scanner frames and the body frame. And at this point I refer here to this publication. The output of the laser scanning system is now high resolution point clouds, so we can see here single leaves and stem inside, and also in this example for winter wheat, single airs. The camera system consists of multiple cameras, so we have 20 cameras here inside this U-shaped design of our robot. They have a really high resolution of the images, and we have here about between 10 and 30 pixels per millimeter depending on the distance to the object. And for the reconstruction itself, we used neural implicit surfaces. So for each image and for each pixel we have ray samples. And we use these ray samples as an input for neural network, so this Permuto SDF method, which estimates the signed distance function and the color, and then we can use the output of this network to extract the mesh using EasyPBR method, and then we can get the color information and the geometry of our crops. And more details about this are here in these 2 papers. The output is now the point clouds for the laser scanning system, and for the camera system high resolution meshes and color information. And this leads now to the question, what is the precision of those models and what is the completeness. And therefore we decided to use two test plans. So we have here two on the left-hand side, and then we brought these test plans into the lab, and then we created reference scan using this measurement arm, and then we went outside and scanned these crops with our robot system. This is now the result for the analysis of the precision. So we computed the point cloud distances with respect to the ground truth scan for the laser and camera system, and we have here distances between -5 and 5 centimeters. For the completeness, we decided to extract 5 example leaves out of this model, and then we created a 3D mesh. So we have a triangle mesh, and we can then estimate the leaf area of those 5 example leaves. And then we compared this to the reference leaf area coming from the reference scan. And we can see here we have here mean deviations of the laser system of about 6%. And for the camera reconstruction, we have 2% deviations in the leaf area with respect to the reference scan. So as a summary and outlook, we can now use our field phenotyping platform for the high resolution and high precise 3D plant reconstruction. And future research will now focus on the trait extraction, for example, predicting leaf area or leaf inclination using our models. And with this, I want to say thank you for watching my video. And if you're interested in the code, or if you have questions, I have here a link to LinkedIn and also to our website where you can find my email address.